Ever feel like you're kind of, stuck on autopilot,
Mm.
just going through the motions?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, get ready because today we're taking a deep dive, a real deep dive into 32 paths of wisdom.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's like this roadmap, right, to kind of break free and live a more conscious and intentional life. And get this, it uses this symbolic language of the tree of life.
And you know what's really cool about Thin Two Paths of Wisdom? It's not like, some new age thing. This wisdom, it's based on, get this, stuff received back in 1919.
No way.
Yeah. It's like we're getting a glimpse into a conversation, like a century-old conversation about the universe and everything.
100 years ago, that's wild. And speaking of wild, the tree of life. Now, I know that might sound a little intimidating at first, but stick with us.
Yeah, don't worry.
Think of it like a family tree, but instead of your crazy relatives, it maps out like these universal concepts, these big ideas.
Exactly, yeah.
And don't worry, we're not going to get lost in the weeds here. We're all about those like aha moments, those practical nuggets that you can actually like take away and use.
And one of those aha moments, it hits you right away, right off the bat, with this idea of beauty being the starting point, like the foundation of everything.
Okay, so not just like pretty sunsets and stuff.
No, not just that. We're talking beauty as this fundamental force in creation itself.
Whoa. Okay, so unpack that a little bit. What does that even mean for beauty to be like the starting point?
So the source material, it claims that beauty, it actually comes before even mercy and severity, like before good and bad, right and wrong, any of that. Just imagine, picture this. The pure act of creation, like the universe, poof, coming into being, it's this raw, this undefined beauty.
So you're saying like before we even had like a concept of right and wrong,
Yeah.
there was just this inherent beauty in just existing.
Yes, like the Big Bang, right? This massive explosion of energy and potential, pure potential.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
And it gets even more interesting when the source material brings in like wisdom and understanding into the picture.
Okay, so we've got beauty, wisdom, understanding. This is getting good.
It is. But here's the catch, and this is important. It's not enough to just like possess these qualities, right?
So it's not enough to just be wise or understanding.
Exactly. They need a little push, a little something to get them going.
Okay, I like where this is going. So what's this push? What gets them going?
Imagine a light bulb, right? It has all the potential for light, but it needs that electric current, that juice, to actually make it shine.
So we need something to like activate that aha
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
to make the connection.
You got it. And that's where what the 32 Paths of Wisdom calls the crown of primal will comes into play. Think of it like this. Deep down, somewhere inside all of us, there's this burning desire to understand, to learn, to grow. And that burning desire, that's your primal will.
Our primal will.
Yes. And it's what flips the switch. It's what gets those light bulbs shining. And that's what the source material calls illuminating intelligence.
Illuminating intelligence. I like the sound of that.
Right. It's those moments when something just clicks and you're like, oh, I get it now.
Which, you know what, that reminds me of this one time. I was wrestling with this super complex physics concept.
Totally. It's like, have you ever like tried to learn a new language?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
You can have like all the vocabulary, all the grammar rules, but until you actually get out there and have a conversation.
It's like it's not real. Yeah.
Exactly. It just doesn't quite click.
You know what else is wild in this source material?
What's that?
It doesn't shy away from those moments when we like feel stuck, those limitations. It actually embraces them.
Yes. The whole concept of limitation being like this necessary stage in manifestation.
That's a good one.
It really makes you think.
It does, because at first glance, I don't know about you, but limitations don't exactly scream growth opportunity,
Right.
So break it down for us. Why are limitations so crucial in this whole picture of, becoming more conscious and intentional?
Okay. Imagine this. Think about baking a cake.
Okay, I love cake.
Who doesn't? Right. So your limitations, right? They're like the edges of the baking pan.
Okay.
At first, they seem, restrictive, right?
Yeah.
But they're actually providing the structure, that container for the cake to rise, to take shape. Without that pan, you just have batter going everywhere.
It's just a big mess.
Exactly. A big mess.
So limitations as containers. I like that. It's like that saying, creativity thrives within constraints, right?
Yes.
But sometimes it's like you hit a wall and you're just staring at that limitation and you have no idea how to move forward.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where those, lightning flashes of intuition come in.
Oh, Lightning flashes.
Remember how we were talking about like activating wisdom and understanding?
Yeah. Well, sometimes those aha moments, they hit us like a bolt out of the blue, especially when we're grappling with those limitations.
It's the best feeling, right? It's like you've been struggling with a problem forever and then bam, the solution just appears out of nowhere.
Yes. And you know, those lightning flashes, they often come from a place the 32 Paths of Wisdom calls corporeal intelligence.
Corporeal intelligence.
Well, now we're just getting fancy.
I know, right? But it's cool. Think of it as the wisdom that's like embedded within your very cells, like your body's intelligence.
Wait, hold on. So our bodies are intelligent too, not just our minds.
Absolutely. Think about it. Your body, it just knows how to heal a cut, how to regulate your temperature, how to digest food, all without you consciously even thinking about it.
That's true. I never really thought about it like that.
That's your corporeal intelligence at work. It's like this ancient wisdom that's been passed down through like generations and generations of evolution.
It's like our bodies know more than we think they do.
Way more. And, when we actually tune into that corporeal intelligence, like when we can actually integrate it with, our conscious minds and those lightning flashes of intuition, that's when things get really, really interesting.
Interesting how? Like what happens then?
Well, the 32 paths of wisdom, it calls it, get this, resplendent intelligence.
Resplendent intelligence. Okay, now we're going back to fancy. So what's that mean?
Okay, imagine a conductor leading an orchestra, right?
Okay, I'm picturing it.
So each instrument, it plays its part. You've got beauty, wisdom, understanding, mercy, severity, all these different qualities, right? But it's the conductor who brings it all together in this beautiful harmony.
Okay, so resplendent intelligence is kind of like that conductor, right?
Yeah.
Like orchestrating all these different parts of ourselves.
Exactly. You got it. It's all about recognizing that, everything we've been talking about, it's all connected. It all fits together. That initial spark of beauty, then how wisdom and understanding get activated, the lessons we learn from those limitations, those lightning flashes of insight, and then that ancient wisdom that's like living inside of our own bodies. It's amazing.
It really is when you think about it like that.
And when we can like integrate all of that, that's when we can start to live a more, conscious, a more intentional life.
Wow, I feel like we've been on this like whirlwind tour through the 32 Paths of Wisdom today. I mean, we started with feeling stuck, and now we're talking about resplendent intelligence. I love it.
It's quite a journey. And you know what? This is really just like scratching the surface of what this source material offers. It even connects all these concepts to like specific astrological signs and tarot cards.
Get out. So there's even more to discover.
Oh yeah, tons.
Yeah.
So if anything we talked about today resonated with you, I encourage you to, just keep exploring, keep digging.
I love that. And who knows, your own personal lightning flash moment might be right around the corner. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. A huge thank you to you for, taking this journey with us, and to everyone listening. Until next time, keep those aha moments coming.